This is one of the places where the Washington National Guard has been working since the early days of the pandemic. They're helping distribute emergency food boxes here at Food Lifeline and across the state. The federal government ordered them to the front lines, and because they're putting in the time and effort, they're entitled to federal benefits. But there's growing concern they won't get those benefits. This video shot by the Washington National Guard shows the work they're doing, including food relief and helping track down people who may have been exposed to the virus. National Guard members who deploy for at least 90 days under federal orders are entitled to early retirement and money to help pay for a college education. But Politico reports the Trump administration is planning to end deployments in late June, right before that 90-day mark, meaning thousands of National Guard members would not get benefits. The Washington National Guard tells me it has about 1,300 members on federal orders working on the coronavirus response. About a quarter of them started in late March and would hit the 90-day mark in late June. They and the others who started later would all miss out on early retirement and education benefits if the president decides to end deployments in June.
That seems really unfair to these hardworking people. So we hope that that gets revisited, and I talked to the delegation this morning. I assume the administration is going to be hearing a lot from a lot of people about this subject.
The Washington National Guard tells me it's working with the state's congressional delegation to try and get those federal deployments extended, if only by a few weeks, so members can get those benefits. A National Guard spokesperson told Politico a decision to extend the deployments could be made in the coming weeks. In Seattle, Ted Land, King 5 News.